What's going on, everybody? So we're going to take a quick comparison look at the Mafex Captain America with the Secret Wars Captain America from Hasbro. I just wanted to do this real quick because I love both figures. Both figures are amazing in their own retrospect. But I just feel like one has more pros than the other a little bit. So it's just a quick look, not bashing anything. It's just really just a quick look and kind of going over pros and cons of each figure. Now, as you can see, with the Mafex one, you do have the scales here, but they're not prominent as the one with the Secret Wars as well. The star on the chest on the Secret Wars cap is a little bit more prominent, more than the Mafex one. The reason I do like the Mafex one is the shield, but it's also a con of the figure as well too. With you plugging the, I guess I want to say the straps. You want to say the straps don't always stay in when you move the hand with the shield, so that's kind of like a con for me. I just don't. I wish they could have did a little bit of a better design with it, but other than that, the shield is a good size for Cap. And then with this cap, yes, the shield is cracked, more looking like the Secret Wars storyline, which I do love. I love that about the shield. There's certain parts that just feels like kind of a little too plasticky, and also another thing too, it's a little loose. I feel like, so it moves very easily, unless you put it up higher. It doesn't move, but if you have it around his wrist, it does kind of move a little bit too much. But regards to that, I feel like the Mafex one has a little bit more to it as well. As you can see, you got, let's focus it up here. You do have a more angry looking face Cap, I want to say. Let's see if I can get it better here. See how there's more of an angry face. And then also you do have Steve Rogers, a mess head. Now, previously we did get to see Rogers on mess head with the 20th anniversary Cap. I feel like that one has a little bit more detail than this one. With Mafex, I feel like the faces, when they do like the unmasked straight faces, they could use a little bit more detail into it. But this is not bad. I feel like Legends has done a great job with their face sculpts regarding that. All right, so let's see here. Also, with this Mafex Captain America, you get plenty of hands to showcase with this figure, and it's amazing. Like, there's a ridiculous amount of hands. Plus, also on the other hand too, you do get two different shields. This shield actually can strap to the back of him, which is really a nice little piece. If Legends had did this like with two different shields, I think that'd be perfect. If they can just make that happen, that'd be awesome. But Mafex did do a great job with that. Giving two different shields, one that you can have him hold, and one that can just be like strapped to his back. Also, they did give us hands that actually could do like a throwing motion for the shield, which is nice. So you can slide the shield in there and have it doing as like he's throwing the shield, which is pretty decent. I like that. That's a nice little add-on addition piece. Now, I'm saying this, I know adding these extra accessories would probably boost up the cost of this cap or any other Captain America that we get in the future. So it's not, like I said, it's not like any kind of diss or saying one's better than the other. I'm just going over pros and cons. Right now, I was really feeling the retro Captain America. I really love this figure as well. This is a great figure. Just the aesthetics of it. And then with this one, with the retro Cap, you do get the extra head as well. The smiling Captain America. If we did get that with the Mafex one, I think that would set a little bit more higher too. But Mafex did give us 3 head sculpts with it. Just the generic, the angry, and then Steve Rogers, where Hasbro gave us the angry and the happy face kind of Captain America. You can almost you really can't fudge it with the 25th anniversary because it's a different blue. On this one, it's a little bit of a lighter blue. But, you can see, like, in certain lighting, if you're taking a picture of it, you may be able to get away with it. You do get some extra hands with retro cap, Secret Wars cap, I should say, not retro cap. Secret Wars cap with those hands. That looks amazing. That is amazing part two with it. But I feel like Mafex has the edge in that with the extra hands because you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sets of hands. So, I mean, you really can't beat that. And I feel like the articulation and ways they're both like really good. But if Secret Wars cap had that butterfly joint with it, it would really set it off. It would really make this like a perfect cap to get in certain positions like this. So like if you wanted to get him in that throwing motion, let's see if I can get him up here and see if I can get him staying here. Yeah. So those butterfly joints really accentuate like the articulation you want to get out of cap, like how you want him to be posed up, like getting ready to throw a shield. You can almost do the same with Secret Wars cap, but you don't get that same range of motion unless you like almost turn his arm that way. You can, like I said, like and see, I feel like Cap could use more of Secret Wars Cap could use more of that. Oops, that top articulation, that torso. But you can see kind of like the difference here with that. If I can get him to stand back up. But yeah, like you can see the difference here. There's not like really too much that Secret Wars cap can't do, like the Mafex one. But the Mafex one gives you that more dynamic feel of when you're wanting to pose Cap to do the things that you see Captain America does in comics and movies. But you get that more of a, hey, I can get him to do this, make him feel like he's more dynamic and posing when he's doing the moves that he does. So it does kind of work out, but like I said, it's not really on that same level when as you can see, when he has that throwing motion. But in essence, it's still a great figure nonetheless. You still can get him in great poses that you want to, but I feel like the Mafex one gets more dynamic when you want to do certain poses here. So I'm going to move Cap out of the way. So you can get like a quick range out of that, where if I did the same thing with this Cap, let's see if I can. Without knocking them down. Let's see. Get them down just a tad bit more here. I mean, they're pretty close. But I feel like let's see if I have the other hands here. I think if we had more like these kind of like open hands, it would feel more dynamic. It would feel like more of just like, hey, it's not always grip fit, like just a fist or like closed hand, seek hand. But yeah, I feel like these both are great figures in retrospect if you want to have them in your collection. If you feel like the Mafex one's a little bit too much, 20th anniversary or Secret Wars Cap would be your best bet. Those would be your best ones, the best Captain Americas that you have in your collection. If you want to go on a little bit of the higher end, Mafex is your best bet of a Captain America, the best one I've seen so far that's been put out there. I know Revoltech has put out theirs, and I'm not big on like the big hulking bodies that they do, but I feel like this Captain America is great. Diamond Select has put out a Captain America as well, which is really amazing. I just feel like the scale size does not fit in with if you're trying to like make it a Marvel Legends, but if you're collecting Marvel Legends in 6-inch form. So if you're doing like the Marvel Select 7 to 8-inch size, it'll fit well with that group. But if you want something that's going to fit with your Legends and kind of mesh in and be able to fit in your Avengers team or any other team that you're putting together, these two would be your best bet. And like I say, if you want to go higher end, this is it right here. Articulation wise, hands down. Accessory wise, hands down. Like I said, the cons of this one is the shield with the plugs. Cap just fell over. But the plugs on the shield are the only drawback I feel like it has. And I should say, like, too, when you strap the shield onto its back as well, that I feel like that's a little drawback as well, because it's hard to get this piece. I don't know if you can really see it here. Let's see if I can. So this piece does plug in, and when you have it on the shoulder, it's hard to. And I got big fingers, so it could just be me and my big monstrous fingers. But to get this plugged in as well. So, like I said, those are two cons for me with this figure, but both are great figures and there's respect. So, just a quick comparison, like I said, just wanted to do that. All right, I'll see y'all later. Have a good one.